Hello friends, Mario Cavallo here, and congratulations on your purchase of the beautiful Amari LP16 turntable. This is the quick 10-minute installation setup video. Step by step, it's actually very quick and very easy. I will explain along the way. You receive in your box 4 foam sections with all of these parts in them. I've removed them and arranged them nicely on my location here next to my amplifier where I install my turntable. This is my turntable that I've taken apart to show you. Okay, so let's go step by step, and I'll explain along the way. First, we begin with the bass. This is very heavy, and this is all one piece. And notice the power supply for the motor and the electric motor control is right back there. You just plug it right back in there. Okay. On the bottom, you have this is the controller for the speed. This is the electronic speed control with the dials at the front. Very simple, very straightforward. Okay, you'll notice the phono preamp goes here with the jacks in the back, but I've removed it. It's just a basic box. And I removed it because I was comparing it to another preamp. I was doing some testing. But the phono preamp is located right there. Don't worry, I will show that to you in a moment. That part is very simple and basic. No moving parts. Okay? These 3 columns right here, the next thing we do is put the springs on top. Very easy. Now, notice this turns, so the height of each column can be adjusted, but they've already been adjusted. It's probably going to be level. You can turn it a little bit because you're going to check it, make sure your plinth is level. It should be level, but if not, you just turn these a little bit, adjust the height of each column. So the 3 springs go on, and then the 3 cylinders, 1, 2, 3. You can see they're on the spring, okay? And the very next thing is the beautiful plinth, which is the second main assembly, and it's heavy. Here is the beautiful plinth, one solid piece. There's your motor. Take the foam cork out of the bearing spindle, and very clean and neat. Put it right on top, and it just drops, and wow, what do you see? There we go. Okay? And now you have your floating platter. Okay? Okay. Let's see what's next to tell you. Just put these on top. Don't tighten them too much. Okay, we've removed the foam from the cork from the spindle center. Put about 12 drops of lubricating oil down into the spindle bearings. Right there. All of these things come with the turntable. Okay. Very simply, next you have the sub platter. Here we go. Put it on. Drop it in. Again, everything is floating. It's very interesting. It's so sensitive. It's amazing because you hit your hand on this and nothing skips. This vibrates a little and moves. Nothing skips. It's amazing. Okay, so now remember, this is floating, but also remember that the turntable also has magnetic floating technology around the bearing. So this sub platter and platter assembly also floats. You can see up and down. Okay? Simple thing to put on the belt. And of course, turning the belt. There we go. Quickly, the belt lines up. Okay. Put these down, but don't tighten them too much. There we go. Right. Next is the main platter. This is your main platter, another work of art, beautiful, 2.6 kilograms, around 5.4 pounds. And the springs were set and the height was set for all of this weight here, just like this, you see. And again, hey, I will wait till I put the pad on. Hold on. Let me put the pad on. Felt pad comes with it. Okay, level in this direction and level in this direction. Good. Okay. Next to tell you is about the tone arm installation. Very, very important. Okay, because the tone arm comes separate. You have this little, the smallest hex tool. You loosen the 2 bolts on the sides of the base of the tone arm, because you will drop the tone arm in separately. There you go. See, just like that. Very simple. The whole tone arm wire with the RCA jacks, drop them down there, and they plug into the phono preamp, which of course is very straightforward, and I will show you that in a moment. Okay, so you drop the tone arm right in there. There we go. And of course you want to make sure it's straight, but before you tighten the tone arm down, you have to adjust the VTA. You are most likely going to put a better cartridge like I did, Nagauka MP110, or even better, MP200 or Ortofon Bronze or whatever you have in your mind. You're going to put a different cartridge. The height might be different. You want to adjust your VTA. You use this tool from Amari. Make sure your tone arm is level. Very simple again. On the back of the tone arm, you will see one long screw up and down, and you put this hex nut right there and you turn it left and right. This will adjust the height of the tone arm, get your tone arm level. And after you've done that, then you tighten up your 2 screws to lock your tone arm in place. Your VTA is adjusted. Makes sense? Okay. And basically, we are very close to being done. Very important part to show you. As I mentioned, you see the 4 screws. You can imagine the phono preamp is on the base underneath where I removed it from because I was comparing it to other phono preamps. Okay. Very simple, the tone arm wire plugging into the back and the ground wires. This is very common. We have wall wart 17-volt power supply right here into the back of the phono preamp. This is an excellent sounding phono preamp. Even this one, not super expensive, right? Very good sound. I've compared this to the Fozzy X5, which sounds as good as many $500,000 phono preamps. And this, I've got a direct comparison of this phono preamp to the Fozzy X5, and it sounds identical. So, of course, many of you thinking to upgrade your phono preamp to something very expensive, very carefully chosen. But meanwhile, you're starting off with this phono preamp. It is a very, very good sounding phono preamp. Okay. You also have anti-skating and cartridge setup alignment disc. Once again, it's very easy to see around here, around the back of the tone arm, on the side, in the back, right there, there is a screw, and that is the screw for the anti-skating adjustment. It's already been adjusted at the factory. It shouldn't need any more adjustment, but it might. So you can do that. And then likewise with your cartridge alignment here on the outside and on the inside, my cartridge is slightly turned inward. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. Okay. We are set. I forgot to mention one thing. When you put on the plinth, this wire here is for the motor, which you saw on the plinth, and this wire has to be plugged into that plug that was in the back of the base. Very simple. There's a little notch right there. Just line them up. And that wire is plugged in. And also, you screw it down. Gentlemen, It's that quick and easy. Next thing you do, power on the front. You see the lights come on for 33 and 45, and then the button on the very front of the servo speed control for the motor. Push the button, and away goes your platter. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Of course, we're always available to answer any further questions. This is a quick, basic, straight setup for the Amari LP16 turntable, and I wish you many, many hours of wonderful listening time enjoying this beautiful, exquisitely made, wonderful turntable. Thank you so much.